Welcome once again as we bring you another top 10 list in sports today. Today we want to bring you our top 10 young footballers in top-flight European football. This list is based on players under 21 years of age as of September 1, 2020, and have made at least one appearance for their senior teams. Before we start, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel to support us as we continue to bring you qualitative and fact-based information on sports and sites from around the world. Be blessed as you do so. Now, let's get back to the video and start our list of the top 10 youngest players in top-flight European football. Please remember, this list is arranged by the players' ages from eldest to youngest and not by talent. 10. Romario Baro. Midfielder for FC Porto, 20 years, 215 days old. Baro, who has already made his senior debut this season, is a midfielder with tactical awareness, prying for an opportunity to hit on the break. He is also one of the loyal fans of Real Madrid manager, Zinedine Zidane, and always tries to copy his style. I am always watching videos of him on YouTube. He was an incredible player, I try to copy everything he did, the pirouettes, the shimmies. Baro said recently. He made his debut in the UEFA Champions League third qualifying round first leg on the 7th of August, starting in a 1-0 win away to FC Krasnodar and making way for Luis Diaz on 55 minutes. 10 days later he played his first game in the Primera Liga, again starting a 4-0 home win against Vitoria FC. 9. Erling Håland. Striker for Borrusia Dortmund, 20 years, 39 days old. Hàland signed with Austrian club Red Bull Salzburg in January 2019. With Salzburg, he won the Austrian Bundesliga and Austrian Cup before moving to the German Bundesliga. In December 2019, Hàland completed a transfer to Borussia Dortmund for a fee reported in the region of €20 million. With Borussia Dortmund, he carried on his goal-scoring success into the 2019-20 Champions League campaign, becoming only the second teenager to score 10 goals in the competition. He made his debut against Augsburg on the 18th of January 2020, coming on as a substitute in the 56th minute, and scoring a hat-trick within 23 minutes in a 5-3 win. He became the second player in Dortmund history to score 3 goals in their Bundesliga debut, after Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Although eligible to play for the England national team, Hàland chose Norway. After the 2019 FIFA U20 World Cup, in which he won the Golden Boot where he scored 9 goals in a match, another record, Hàland made his debut for the Norway senior team in September 2019. In the 2019-20 UEFA Champions League, he became the first teenager to score in 5 consecutive UEFA Champions League matches. 8. Alphonso Davies. Fullback for Bayern Munich, 19 years, 305 days old. A product of the Vancouver Whitecaps academy, Davies often played as an attacking winger, but since has moved to Bayern. He's been moved to the left-back role, where he has also excelled. In his 81 appearances with the Whitecaps from 2016 to 18, Davies scored 12 goals and provided 14 assists. Although Davies is currently playing in a defending role at Bayern, he can at times get forward and find the back of the net for his club, too. He has actually scored 3 goals in his 25 appearances for Bayern. He scored his first goal for Bayern on March 17, which was indeed the final goal in a 6-0 win over Mainz 05, and by doing so at the age of 18. He became the youngest U20 player since 20-year-old Roque Santa Cruz scored for the club. 7. Eric Garcia, centre-back for Manchester City, 19 years, 249 days old. Another young and talented footballer schooled in Barcelona's academy who chooses to leave and try his luck elsewhere. Garcia made his first team debut in the EFL Cup last season when he was allowed by Pep Guardiola to play against Watford in the Premier League. Garcia is gifted with the ability to command the defense with maturity, and maybe his comfort on the ball means he could appertain nicely to Man City's side. Perhaps Garcia could be a solution in these dire times as Man City have to cope with several injuries in their defense. Nobody knows. What we do know is that he's definitely on the list of best young footballers of 2020. 6. Takefusa Kubo. Attacking midfielder for Real Madrid, 19 years, 85 days old. Kubo was spotted by Barcelona scouts at the age of 11 and joined Barca's La Masia academy to shine in the Spanish club's schoolboy teams. However, his move to Barcelona was found to have violated FIFA transfer rules, so he was forced to get back to his homeland. Kubo was one of the most exciting talents at Barcelona's academy before he was forced to return to Japan. He was expected to return to Barca after 18. But he shocked everyone by signing with Barca's hated rivals, Real Madrid. Nicknamed the Japanese Messi, he excelled during the pre-season tour and joined Mallorca on loan in August. 5. Sebastiano Esposito. Striker for Inter Milan, 18 years, 58 days old. Although Esposito had played for other underage teams before joining Inter Milan, his talent only shone when playing for Inter's youth teams. In the 2018-19 season, he was part of the under-17 side that won the Italian title, where he scored a brace in the semi-final and a hat-trick in the final. In March 2019, he made his first team debut as he played for Inter in the Europa League against Eintracht Frankfurt. Becoming the Inter's youngest debutant in the UEFA Cup Europa League only at the age of 16 years and 255 days, he's indeed another talent on our list of the best young footballers of 2020. 4. Ansu Fati, left winger for Barcelona, 17 years, 305 days old. Few under-18 players around the world are as commanding as Fati is, the youngster who could become Lionel Messi's heir at the Nou Camp. Now that it is certain that Messi wants to finally move on from Barcelona, Barca have already put a €100 million release clause on Fati lest they might lose him. The fearlessness in his play and the exuberance of youth has seen him go through all the junior ranks at the club. However, he must be thankful to Messi's injury at the start of his career that allowed him to be considered as a player fit enough to be in the first team. Since his debut, Fati has become the second youngest first-team debutant in Barca's history, the youngest player to score at the Camp Nou, the youngest Barca player to score an assist in the same game, and the youngest ever scorer in the Champions League. His impact on the football world is similar to that of Messi's 15 years or so ago. With all these triumphs, could he be a good candidate to replace Messi in the future? 3. Eduardo Cavaminga. Defensive midfielder for Rennes, 17 years, 275 days old. Just like Kylian Mbappé, Cavaminga is a player to shine at a very early age by winning records, becoming, for example, the youngest Rennes player to ever play for the first team, against Angers, in April 2019, and the first 2020 player among 5 big leagues to appear in a league game, at the age of 16. What makes Cavaminga so remarkable is that despite his young age, he plays in front of the defense in a midfield holding position, where even the smallest error can prove fatal. In the recent history of Europe's 5 major leagues, only Cesc Fabregas has managed to play in the same position at the same age. So, with such a great talent, he would surely have a place in our list of best young footballers of 2020. 2. Xavi Simons, midfielder for Paris Saint-Germain, 17 years, 140 days old. Both Chelsea and Real Madrid were sniffing around Simons when he was just 12 years old, but he ended up going to Barcelona. The teenager was regarded as one of the most talented youngsters at Barcelona after joining the Catalan club's famous academy in 2010. Coaches at Camp Nou had high hopes for the Dutch starlet, but in 2019 he made the controversial decision to join Paris Saint-Germain after failing to agree terms on a new contract with Barcelona. In order to bring him to France, PSG offered a 16-year-old Simons a cool €1 million a year contract, which works out at just under €20,000 per week. So how did he perform on his highly anticipated senior debut for PSG? The teenager was brought on to replace Julian Draxler in the second half of a friendly against Sochaux, and looked sharp in the midfield, being involved in a number of promising sequences. At 17 years old, the Dutchman understands that he could potentially see first-team minutes next season with PSG, especially after watching Tanguy Kouassi and Adil Ouchiche make appearances during the 2019-20 season. Number 1. Jude Bellingham, midfielder for Borrusia Dortmund, 17 years, 61 days old. Bellingham joined Birmingham City as an under-8 and in August 2019, broke the record of former England striker Trevor Francis as Birmingham's youngest player when he made his first team debut aged 16 years 38 days. He also scored the winner against Stoke on his home debut. He joined Borussia Dortmund in July 2020 and debuted for the Bundesliga side on the 13th of August against Altach, where he intercepted a ball deep in the opposition's half and set up an easy goal before providing a perfectly executed assist to Hàland some minutes later. Dortmund were Bellingham's preferred choice ahead of a number of English clubs, including Manchester United. Dortmund's recent impressive history of developing young players, most notably Jadon Sancho and Christian Pulisic, proved persuasive, in addition to Dortmund's continuing presence in the Champions League. That's our list of the top 10 young players who have broken into their respective senior teams' ranks. Who do you think deserves to be on this list? Leave your comments below, after hitting that subscribe button, and also make sure to like this video so we can continue to bring you much more. Thank you.